Hello, everyone. Today we are taking a look at some gloves of all things. If you're like me and you live in a place like I do, it gets cold, and it's kind of getting cold already. I'm making this preliminary video about these gloves. As some of you have suggested, many gloves and various sorts of techniques to keep my little tender fingers warm when I'm out flying, and I haven't found anything that works. Typically, what I end up doing is going out and I fly, and then I come back inside and I wait 15 minutes and I rub my hands around, and then I go back out and fly. Well, if you don't have that convenience of being super close to getting inside and getting warm, maybe your car is the closest thing you got. These just might be the ticket. And these aren't just run-of-the-mill gloves. I've tried many different gloves, and this would be where I have a montage of all the different things I've tried, but most of it has found its way either lost or I gave them away in giveaway packages, just kind of extras to throw in because I didn't find that they could be used actually for me. And the first thing that I think, well, the thing that caught me off guard when I opened these was if you look at the front and you see this print, I thought that's where the heat came from. But it's not. That's just simply for your grip of holding your radio and general purposes. You can see kind of the pattern right here. And as I close my hand, that pattern that's cut out is right where my hand flexes. To get these to fit your hand, they do have a size chart on their website, rubberquads.com or shop.rubberquads.com, easy for me to say. And they give you kind of, where to measure so you can get approximately the right size. They do come all the way down the wrists. I do find that because I wear a watch on my left arm, I don't really put the little strappy thing on. I just let it kind of fall wherever it falls. If it grabs, it grabs. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So another thing that's unfortunate about me making this preliminary video is the quad that I was flying to test these with, I can't really show until later. But it was cool out. The weatherman or the weather temperature said 45 degrees, but it did not feel like 45 degrees. After two flights over my lunch break from work, I found my fingers kind of getting that feeling that I didn't quite have the dexterity and the feel that I typically do. And I do pinch. That's why I keep doing this. But this is also not just the heat, but they've got another trick up their sleeve. These are specifically designed for FPV. Let's see if I can do this here real quick on camera. Let me do the thumb first. That'll probably help me. So thumbs pop out, and then I kind of push things down a little bit because I need a little bit more of the meat of my thumb. And then we pop out our index fingers. So whether you hybrid pinch or true pinch or thumb, got these little parts, and these are the only little parts that are exposed. I think I jumped right past where the heat does come from. It comes from the backside. So if you're outside and your face gets cold, you could do one of these, Who's that girl? Warm up your cheeks, too. There is a battery that's kept, it's right in here. This side has the power button, and you long press it to turn it on and off. I see the little light. So that's on 3, the highest setting there. Give it a little punch. Goes down to 2. Give it another little, let me hit the button. Give it another little punch. It goes down to 1. Now, when I put them on, I kept them on 2 just because I didn't know how hot they would get. And I found them to be quite comfortable. And like I said, I could feel the heat. I can already feel the heat on the back side of my hands. So these obviously are kind of a niche product for those of us that suffer from colder winters. Whether that's you or not, this may fit something that you are looking at. But I have, like I said, I've tried various forms of glove, like off the shelf, big box store gloves. I thought, well, maybe these would give me the dexterity I need. Or, I thought about cutting the tips off. So I'm really kind of stoked about these because they're heated and I have the tips off. And I can put them back on to help warm up these parts of my fingers. And they work so far, they work really well. I do think there's a little bit of dexterity, obviously, we're going to lose by putting anything on our hands. That's kind of, I don't know how you would get around something like that. Alien technology or something like that. But whenever you put something on your hands, you lose a little bit of the dexterity of our fingers. By the way, it does have a charger right here. It's got 2 barrel jacks off of one charger. I kind of thought it would be USB-C charging because that's what we see a lot with most electronics anymore, but this just doesn't. So it has a little light on this. It's red when it's charging. It's green when it's done. Pretty straightforward. The instruction said it would take 4 hours, but from the time I got them out of the box to where the light on the charger went green was only about 30 minutes. So the batteries that are inside here, and I'll take those out and we'll take a quick peek at those as well, are 22 milliamp, 2200 milliamp batteries. They're 2S batteries, so 7.4 volts, and they charge up from there. And they have this little pocket on this little zipper, and that's where they come from. Let me turn these gloves off here by, I'll do it on camera. Let's see if I can get that in the shot. We'll long press and get that in the shot. There, I got the button. And it didn't go off. I thought I had it. Let me try again. There, I can feel the button now. Long press. There we go. Now it's off. So I unzip. See if I can do this with the gloves on too. Something else using your cell phones. You gotta send a quick message to a loved one or a friend or something like that. You don't have to take your gloves off. You can just pop your fingertips out for a short time. Oh, I'm hung up here a little bit. So there's the cable as it comes out, and this is the battery. Little barrel connector here. And let me see if I can put this right side up to the camera so anybody who wants to look at the battery tech. Focus, camera, please. I don't know if it's going to focus. It's got a little barrel connector, and there's all this shrink wrap, and it's got another barrel connector, and it's also got this end cap right here that you can protect the barrel connector from getting any glove lint or stuff like that. And again, one of the things that confused me the most was I thought this little pattern was what was going to warm us up or warm our hands up. The heat seemingly comes from the back side, because that's where I can feel it right away, as I kind of said earlier in the video. So each glove has a battery, just like I've shown you here. Of course, something like this tailor-made, in my opinion, for FPV is not going to be off-the-shelf cheap, but I guess you have to pay for things when you really want them. $74 from RubberQuads.com. They also have a quad that I've been flying. The Squirrel. You can buy this in a frame, or it's kind of a bespoke made quad for you. Really smooth is my impression. Look at that prop right there. That prop's seen better days. This was one that Joshua Bardwell had prior to myself, and I've been flying it. You may see a video coming up on that sometime soon. I'm kind of, wondering about how I should position this, because it has been flown before, and I did see Joshua's video. It did have a lot of crashes. Matter of fact, I think in his last series of flights, it was vibrating pretty hard from all the abuse it had taken. Probably bent up props, and Joshua just having fun. No knock on him. I did watch his video on mute, so if I do make a video on this, I wouldn't have any, opinions or things that he might say, unfortunately, get into my mind and then therefore get into a video. But that is something you may also be interested in. They have a tumbler that they also sent along, which I should put in this video as well. So it's a metal tumbler, and it's got my logo on here. You must have swiped that off a website. No big deal. Anyways, so I don't know about how custom you can get this, but they did send these over for free. There's no affiliate link or anything like that. I'll put a link down in the video description to the gloves and stuff, just to make it easy for yourself. But you can go to shop.rubberquads.com, just like you'd think it would be spelled. No interesting spelling or weird spelling, but it's just a basic tumbler. You put your drink in there and you hunker it down, hot or cold, and then you have a nice little drink to maybe take out to the flying field with you, maybe some coffee or some hot cocoa or something different altogether. But I was pretty excited after using these, and I wanted to share my preliminary experience with the gloves and mention rubberquads.com. I don't know, I'm very optimistic about these really helping me out during the wintertime and being able to fly at least more comfortably, and potentially probably more often outside. Oftentimes when I'm doing reviews, if it gets super cold outside, like I said, I just go out for that 1 or 2 flights and I come back inside and I wait. That means I get less flights over time, over the review period. It's not a big deal when you've got whoops. I can fly them around the house all I want, but when it's cold and we got to go outside with something, it's a little bit more challenging as those temperatures take a nosedive. Again, like I said, I'll put a link to rubberquads.com. Not an affiliate link or anything like that. RubberQuads, thanks for sending these along. These could be a very big deal here on this channel in these months. I really do appreciate it, and the custom tumbler as well. Thank you very much. But if you have any comments, questions, or any other things to say about these gloves, maybe there's other gloves just like this and I just haven't seen them, please let me know in the comment section below. I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching.